Even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Las Vegas Raiders. And off we go from Las Vegas. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And that's complete to Adams. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just looking the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Working from the gun, it's Carr. His throw incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us for their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. On play action, it's Carr. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. As the Raider kickoff unit now, as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out. Up the middle they go. Jeffries. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the play.
Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
They faked the handoff. Now Tua. Now he's forced out left. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Joseph Charlton on down to punt. It'll be a 41-yard punt, given 5 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
Carr now on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. The Raiders at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. A gain there of 21 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Here's Jacobs, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. One more time with Jacobs. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? They fake the handoff. Now Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
A 27-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to work. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start them out has them at the 45 already. They'll keep it on the ground. Jeffries to about the 48-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd down now, Jeffries, and he'll get it down here to the 43. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. On 1st down, Jeffries, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first. Tua sets up to pass it. Steps away to his left. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are going to get the football back at their own 17. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
93.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
That's right. 694.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now a play fake. Carr. And it's complete to Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Play action. Now it's Carr. Looking deep for Adams. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Here's Carr. Here's White. They set up the screen. They find some open field here. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Carr now on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew's got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
second and 2 at the 28-yard line.
On second down, Jeffries. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On play action, here's Tua. And the Raiders have got him. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. In motion, Hill. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 47-yard line.
On 2nd down now, Jeffries. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
That one complete to Hill. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Let's go.
Tua going to tap this forward on a jet sweep. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
A gain of 15. First down,
They'll run on first down. Jeffries. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
They'll try again. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Stonewalled on 2nd down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on it.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So maybe the defense will have to kickstart the offense here. The first points of the game comes from that defensive unit.
Yeah, sometimes you get together and you say, hey, maybe it's on us today. We have to go out and force the issue and make a play and get everyone else going.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 16. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're a back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yards.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. That's a full 67 yards in the air.
They'll try and run it here.
They made the decision to go for two. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. White running to the left. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 50-yard line.
On play action, now Carr. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
From midfield, here's Carr. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
On 1st down, Jeffries.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 79 yards on the ground now for the rookie out of Miami. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jeffries. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Divine Diablo there to make the stop. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd down, Jeffries. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there.
His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 5. 15,
Raiders 10. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over first down 10.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they have this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity, unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
First down, here's White. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Jacobs going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll try the right side here with White. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll run it with Jacobs. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
That was a huge play on 3rd down, so now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Now Carr, gotta have this one. On a bad time late for a poor throw, it's intercepted. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talking about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they looked like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 94 yards. And the Dolphins extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Raiders 10. Jason Sanders.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The Raiders take over first down.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Carr to throw.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to get this one out to his fullback.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark him down at the 9. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Now a handoff up the middle. Jeffries, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Jeffries, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
98 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 3rd down, Jeffries. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game.
And the Dolphins tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Dolphins,
they continue to show they'll be a tough out in the playoffs as they move to 14-2 on the year.